There's a need for transformation that cannot be overlooked. There are no easy solutions. We must push forward. We're living in an intense, vibrant period of history, and it's becoming increasingly urgent to plan our country's future. It will take creativity, flexibility, and technological innovation. We need speed and expertise to manage this change. At this moment, Milan's reputation is at an all-time high. Politecnico is an attractive, large, open laboratory in the heart of Milan, featuring the innovative study programs needed to prepare for new professions and to face new challenges. The research and experimentation of today will illuminate tomorrow. We need creativity and intuition. This is a great opportunity. The challenges that lie before us are tough. Now's the time to take our destiny into our own hands, to seize the day, to pioneer the change. We must stay switched on. There's a need for transformation that cannot be overlooked.
Great, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining this webinar about the PhD program that Politecnico di Milano is offering. And you all joined in to hear more about this and to get all the details how possibly you could join this PhD. You will hear about all the details from the staff member from Politecnico di Milano in a minute, joined by actually 3 current students. Why I say current, I'm not sure they're all current, but I believe so. Anyway, they will present themselves in just a minute. I keep a couple of household items. My name is Luc Mulling, by the way, and I will be moderating this session. First of all, I see already people telling where they're logging in from, so that's great to see. We have a lot of different people from different countries already joining, so great. Let us know where you're logging in from. Also, I will be opening up polling questions throughout the session. There's actually one already open as well, and I see a lot of you have already answered. So throughout the session, take a look at the pollings as well, just to get to know you a little bit better. And you can, of course, ask questions and write them at any time. So you can do that under the tab Questions at the right bottom. I will be reading out and we'll be answering the questions at the end. And last but not least, we have a little fun button as well. It's a button at the bottom of the screen. You can see there's a button called React. If you click on that, you can send us any emoticon that you like to share with us. Exactly. So we like to receive those. It just makes the session a bit more dynamic and more fun as well. Well, without further ado, let's go over to the speakers. They will introduce themselves, starting with Chiara. And Chiara, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Luc, and welcome everyone. I'm really glad to see already some active reaction to our event. My name is Chiara. I work at Politecnico di Milano in the Students Recruitment Unit, and today I'm here to inform you about the great opportunities we have at Politecnico di Milano for PhD studies opportunities. And I'm not alone. Luckily, I have some current students, current PhD students with me, and this is very important for you, I think, because this will give you the opportunity to know how it is to study here, to have an experience at PhD level here, and also to ask directly questions to Mina, Alireza, and Hao. So before leaving the floor to them to just share their experience and inputs and insights, well, I want to welcome you to the first step of your journey toward your experience at Politecnico di Milano. And this webinar today is already the first step from our perspective, because we will give you an overview of our university, and of course we will present you all the programs you might be interested to apply to. So without further doubt, of course, I invite, maybe starting from Mina, to introduce yourself and let us know what brought you to Politecnico di Milano, and the floor is yours for the next minutes.
Okay, ladies first. Thank you so much, Chiara. I'm so excited to share my experience with you. And thank you, Chiara, for giving me this opportunity to explain my experience. I don't want to say, okay, I'm Mina and this is my journey. I wanted to share my experience, which has a more value because I live it with this experience with you. I don't want to come back to you to choose as a mentor. I can give you a good opportunity to choose the right way. Actually, I started my journey. Originally, I come from Iran, beautiful country, and I started my academic career from Germany, from Berlin. I studied there and get my bachelor, master from there, and after that, shift to another master in Politecnico di Milano. Then I decided to study PhD. Okay, COVID happened, and we are blocked at home. I was remained for 2 years in Iran and then come back in Italy and started to work in EY, one of the big four. I was there for 2 years, and after that, then I saw the position in Politecnico di Milano in that field, which I want. Currently, I'm studying on it. I'm, exactly immediately apply for that position. And it is artificial intelligence and construction management. And today, I don't want to say, okay, I'm from that department. I'm, it is my background. I studied architecture. I studied construction. You can see this information from my CV. And then here you can ask me. But today, it's happened very nice experience, and I wanted to share with you. During the lunchtime, we are together, and the other students say, okay, what do you want to do after a PhD? And each of us have a plan, and it's so beautiful, because before starting PhD, okay, it is like that. Okay, I'm started to study PhD, or I'm going to do PhD at that university. No, everybody comes here, has a plan. What should be happen in the future? Because I have this experience to work in a big company, very international, the big four company in the world. But I changed my plan to come into University Politecnico di Milano and study in that field to create that future which I desire, I think, and I wanted to be. And I was so happy for that. And I wanted to share this experience because it happened exactly today at lunchtime, 2 hours before. And it is important before starting anything, to know anything, to decide what do you want. And then after that, regarding that, make a plan and do road mapping. it is crucial. It is crucial, and I learned during my master, which I did in this university. And I thanks from all of the professors, Politecnico di Milano, to teach me that, to have my life on my hand. And I wanted to, let's this platform to my colleagues to explain themselves and present to yourself. And after that, we can have a meeting, and it will be a good discussion, informal discussion, just to being at a community here, not that we are guests, you're something like that. We have a friend right now, and you're my friends.
Thank you so much, Mina, for breaking the ice and sharing your experience. So I might maybe ask how, if you want to tell us about how it happened for you to be part of Politecnico di Milano, what you're doing now here.
Yes, thank you, Chava, for having me here. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hao Su, and I'm in my second year of PhD at Politecnico, and I'm originally from China. I'd say I was pretty much blessed when I found this project with a scholarship and eventually got admitted into Politecnico, because I got admitted before my application. I had very little knowledge of Politecnico and even Italy. I recall that as the website, I would say the website of Politecnico is well organized, is well designed. So it's pretty easy for me, even though I had limited knowledge, it's pretty easy for me to find that there was a PhD scholarship call with many different projects. But generally speaking, if you find a PhD scholarship call with many projects there, generally speaking, you can find, I would say, two types. One is the open ones, meaning there's no fixed topic, and you can propose your research ideas, your own research ideas, and you can write a research proposal and find your own supervisors. Or you can find a thematical project, meaning the topics have already been defined by your potential supervisors. But of course, you need to develop your research proposal based on the topic descriptions. And I was pretty lucky because I found a thematical project that has a topic pretty well aligned with my academic and professional background. So I'd say it's a perfect fit for me. And all the subsequent application procedures are pretty straightforward and transparent. You can totally just follow the guidelines from Politecnico website. And after several weeks, when results came out, you can even check what final scores you got. So it's very transparent, it's pretty efficient, I would say, from my perspective. And I would say so far, I've been having a great time in Milan. Professors, colleagues, and all other administrative staff in Politecnico are very supportive. And imagine I don't speak Italian yet, but most of my close friends here are Italians, and they're pretty friendly. I learn a lot from them besides Italians. So yeah, I really enjoy my time here in Milan, and pretty soon I will go to Paris for my period abroad. So this is another great thing about Politecnico, as Politecnico encourages all PhD students to go abroad to another university or institution to have some collaboration experience. And so yeah, in my case, I'll go to Paris because we have some collaboration in a university in Paris. And even our salary will be increased during this period. So it's very nice. Yeah, this is a general perspective from my side on Politecnico. I hope you'll find something interesting to you. And I guess other speakers afterwards will share their perspective as well. Thank you again for having me here.
Thank you, Hao, and I think it was very rich and full of insights. So for me, at least, and of course for our students who are already very happy and reacting to your speech. So I would ask Ali Reza now to share his point of view, if you wish.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And first of all, I would like to say hello, salud, durud, merhaba, and whatever, in different language that I know. So this is exactly what I learned from Politecnico and what is really important for me, internationality. So I think it is one of the main points that you can cut from Politecnico when you like arrive here. and the university can provide you a very good infrastructure and can be like a platform that makes you different opportunities for whatever you have in your mind. So if you want to like continue your journey in the academia, in the industry, I don't know, finding someone, like making the friendship and so on with, and being familiar with different cultures and language and so on, they are all the things that you can find in Politecnico. And so I'm so happy to be here. And if I want to explain a little about myself, I would say that my bachelor was in the field of civil engineering, and after that I got my Master of Science in Politecnico. And when you try something and you find it well, you continue it. So I continued my PhD again in Politecnico. And yeah, this is the point that I wanted to explain. So I would make it short and give the floors for others for the questions from the students, because I think that they will have many questions. Yeah.
Thank you, Alireza. And then, so we noticed that you all have different paths toward Politecnico di Milano, but at the end of the day, you're sharing the same experience here, and that's I'm really glad you're having a great time, and personally and also academically speaking. So I would just go on, because we have a lot to say about Politecnico di Milano. And you already mentioned the location, so Milan, the opportunity that the city gives you, the great location. So where from here it's really easy to travel and discover other countries, and also the beautiful places of our Italy, of course, from north to south. But it's also very important hub, also economical and industrial hub. And why I mention this, because we consider the PhD the beginning of a career. So you might decide to go on with the academic experience, work at the university, but we do have very, very strong connections with the companies. So research is also sometimes funded by the companies, and students work in the companies in Italy and abroad. So the PhD opens you different doors at the university, in the companies, and also to become maybe an entrepreneur yourself. Of course, university is called the Politecnico di Milano, but it has also different locations, so different campuses in other cities. Definitely not far from Milan. These locations are very strategic. There's also always a reason why a specific program is offered on a campus, because maybe it's more related to art, or maybe to the nature, sustainability, and so on. So this is important to know. So when you select a program, it's important to know where it is offered. But yeah, the main two campuses are in Milan. And since we're talking about PhD programs, well, we need to know that this is a research university. So we do research here. The students, the researchers, the professors are really involved in research. We are the first Italian university for projects funded by the European Commission, and research is, I would say, a mission of the university. So at the moment, we say that our university has a mission to be to make technology and humanity linked. And for one purpose, to make the world a better place. And so we try to contribute to this, and what our students said confirm, I would say. And so here you see some numbers, some figures that confirm this. So we have a lot of projects, patents, spin-offs, several publications, and this is just to confirm what we are talking about today. And this is possible thanks to the infrastructure. So we were talking about civil engineering, architecture, but we have more than actually we have 20 programs in design, at PhD level, also in design, which I mentioned because it's one of the few universities that offer a PhD program in design. And we have a lot of labs. So more than 200 laboratories, 6 large infrastructures, which are the ones I mentioned here on the screen, that gives the possibility to do research at high level in here, and again, once again, in connection with the industry world. The idea, and I hope and I ask also our students to confirm, to say some words, if you will. There's no improvement because technology by itself doesn't do much, doesn't improve. I don't know if it's something you have experienced in your period here at Politecnico. If you do feel this, like professors who are very careful, very competent in their fields, and always with a glance toward the challenges of the work in the fields you are involved in. Is there anything you want to share on this, maybe? Or, yeah, Mina. You think you muted?
Yes, I lost your voice at the final sentences. What did you say exactly?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, if you want to comment about this connection, if actually you have this kind of very, if there is a strong connection with the companies, with the people and technology, so we serve each other, let's say.
Exactly. Actually, I would like to mention the words of integration. It is we can hear a lot during these years. Integration between different fields, different industry, and I can see this very clearly in Politecnico. You know, integration, academic research with industry, especially. We call it executive PhD, if you don't know. Okay, it's the name of the executive PhD. This means we have a lot of industry project for going to investing on it. And currently, a lot of technological, you know, the word of artificial intelligence, and my field specifically, it's use of artificial intelligence and IoT sensor in construction, especially in construction sites. And combination of this technology, the advancements of the information, it's very useful and it's necessary for industry, which actually, because I was reading 2 questions about why you leave that. It is not hard, you leave the work. No, it is not. Actually, during this, actually, I would like the first answer. No, it wasn't difficult for me to leave industry because I did my master, and with my master, I was a senior consultant at that company, at one of the big company. Imagine if I gain my PhD from Politecnico, I can go upper and the other position Why? Because I can understand how to work in industry, how I can match what I'm learning as a career, as an academic background to implement actually in the real world. And it is the best thing you can learn here. I don't want to do some advertise about the Polytechnic. I just wanted to share my experience and this journey with you, because exactly I'm in the good position. I'm the good example for that. I gained a lot of information in master, and I can use it during the UI. A lot of big project infrastructure in different company in different place in the world, especially in Barcelona. But I decided to switch and do PhD, especially because I can realize it is the need of the world, industry words, and I have to be expert on it to be more professional. And this word of integration, it's play a really crucial role right now.
Thank you, Mina, for this input. Yeah, that was I meant, of course, in with my word, but I am glad you confirm. And if you're curious about what's happening here, and you again to know about the research and the people that do the research here, you can, of course, browse our website. You will find two important pages and websites, which has Progress in Research and Frontiere, where our researchers explain what they're working on, and you can get more information in your specific field, of course, because today we talk generally about the PhD program, but definitely you need to be into the field to discover if this is the right university for you. But I think in general, we might say that this is a very well place to study, thanks to the ranking you see here on the screen. So we are the first Italian university and among the best 10 universities in architecture and design in the world, and 23rd in engineering. So what we can say is that the quality of education and of research here is pretty high, and this also means that we have a lot of connections with other partner universities and very prestigious universities, and also research institutes. And what Hao said before about the experience abroad, that Politecnico di Milano encourages students to go abroad, and of course PhD students overall, for their research is possible also thanks to the connections that are based on the quality of research done at Politecnico di Milano. As you know, just to give you an overview about our system, because it might be very different compared to the system where the country where you've studied. Well, we enter the university after 13 years of education, and then we study bachelor level and master level. And then after the master degree, you can enter a PhD program. So this is the main, the minimum requirement to enter a PhD programs is to have obtained a master degree before. That initially is obtained after 2 years, but of course in other countries might be obtained after 1 year or with a whole cycle of studies. So, but just to give you an idea how it happens here, and the PhD lasts 3 years. And at the moment, we offer 20 programs, 100% in English. So today we have representatives of one PhD program, but of course focusing on different areas, which is in architecture, but we do have many, many more that I will show you in a moment, because of course the university offers programs in engineering, architecture, and design. Well, since we really value this history, and we of course tend to the modernity and to the improvement, technological improvement, but at the end of the day we really value where we come from. Well, our university was established as a school of engineering just a few years after the reunion of our country in 1860. It was established in 1863, and then after a few decades the School of Architecture opened, because we basically had to face new challenges and new requirements, new markets, job markets also inputs, and then the design school separated from architecture, and it's now a very, very well-renowned institution like itself, in well-known all around the world. And this is the list of all the programs offered at Politecnico di Milano. Well, we do have the webinar today because in a few hours, the new call for PhD, the new PhD application call will open. And so you have the opportunity to apply to our programs. I will go into details in a while about the application procedures and deadlines, but it's also important to know where you're going if you decide to come here. We have the representatives of our international community here, and but altogether we have more than 48 students enrolled at Politecnico di Milano, almost 2,000 PhD students, and of these, about 400 are international PhD students. So that's why we say that we are a very international community, as our students said before. Well, there's opportunity to learn different languages, to meet people from all over the world, to meet Italian friends, of course, and learn Italian. And I can confirm that Mina knows perfectly Italian. I had not the chance to talk to Ali Reza in Italian, but I also know that how is planning to learn it. So that's great. But yeah, here you can speak English, and you can definitely have the time of your life experiencing different culture, meeting students from all over the world, having fun also, because it's not all about the academic experience. So just to know, these PhD programs are free of charge. You pay just a small administrative fee if you're admitted without scholarship. But we do have several scholarships, really a huge amount of scholarship at the moment are available for international and Italian students, which are about like the amount you see here on the screen. This scholarship increases of the 50% if you go abroad for for a period of time, and then you have an additional budget for your research and your like other costs of 5,000 euros per year. The PhD involves a period abroad, as how explained, and of course attendance of conferences, congresses, seminars. So of course research is done also of networking and keeping up to date. Of course, on the website you will find the details, and I invite you to do so. We will also follow up by email after this webinar. But we want you to know that from today you can, like in a few hours, you will be able to apply for the PhD program until September the 13th, and the PhD programs will start in November or in December according to the program you select and the thesis you select. How before mentioned that there are different calls, and one general call, which is usually in April, from April to the end of May, where you can submit your own research, the abstract of your own research, while the call which is open now is linked to a project. So you have to browse the list of projects and see if there's something you're interested in, and contact the professors and just submit your abstract and application. The requirement, as I was saying, master degree related to the PhD, the area of the PhD you're interested in, and the English language knowledge for sure, because the programs are in English. Here you see the list of required documents, just a summary of what we need, but then the details are definitely on the website. You have to submit a research project that is not fixed. So this might change once you're enrolled, and you can discuss it with the supervisor. So, but just to see how you present yourself and your intention to study here. And yeah, the application is 100% online. There's nothing to be sent by post, but yeah, you will have to pay a small fee of 25 euros, 26 euros. If you have studied in English already, because I saw someone is for typing is connected from the UK, well, you don't need any certificate of English. It's just enough to have a document attesting that the teaching language of your bachelor degree was English. Yeah, we were mentioning Italian language, and we, of course, want you to learn Italian while you're here, because it's important to integrate. So, of course, it's not required to know Italian before coming, but we really ask the students to learn Italian while they're here, for the reason we mentioned before, for the connections you create, for the opportunity this gives to you, to the friends you might make, and so on. But we do offer courses of Italian for free on campus, as well as other services, other opportunities which are offered on campus, such as other language courses. You can you can study on campus. Of course, we have laboratories and libraries. We do organize some welcome events. For PhD students, usually is a welcome day where you meet the supervisors and the board and the other international students and Italian students admitted. And you can basically take part to events offered on campus. Also, there are some soft skills and extracurricular classes that are organized for free for all our students. And we usually encourage to attend them also, because it gives you some more additional skills to what you already have. And then some info about the sustainability, which is another mission of the university. So we really try to offer a sustainable environment, and it's a complicated mission in this world, but we kind of try, not only in terms of environment, but also in terms of sustainable growth, which involves a lot of different dimensions, which is not only what you usually think about for sustainability. So I hope, guys, you have taken part to these kind of activities and services. I know you're really busy and always working and doing research, but I learned that you have made friends and taken advantage, I think, of being here.
Actually, Kara, I wanted to say you choose the best students, except for me, the best students from the Politecnico who are very study, and okay, communication here is very good, because Italian people are very, very open to speak with you, to enjoy with you, to gathering with you, making date, everything, and this part of Italy is very enjoyable. But I would like to say, by myself, I didn't participate, okay, because since 8 years I'm here. But the PhD administration office do a lot of events for participating. And I would like to share, say, Alira, so you can share your experience about the workshop you did it, and it was a very, very amazing workshop. I'm letting you to explain about that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, first of all, I would say that whatever you want to find here, you can find. I know if you like this sports, you can enjoy from the polymer run 2 or 3 times a year, that you can do the short distance of running with other students and even the professors, and it's very enjoyable. And also there are many events, there are many spaces to gather and meet the people and so on. And even we had the chance to develop a workshop 2 or 3 weeks ago with different students from different universities, like from ETH, University of Antwerp, and also universities from students from Politecnico di Milano. And yeah, you can not only focus on one aspect of your life, which is like the studying, but of course you can like enhance other abilities that you have. I don't know, like even we have some how to say events for the music. We have a group of students which are called Polyphonia. They provided kind of like the concerts, the live concerts, gathered like the students together and playing the instruments and so on. So there are many many like aspects that you can enjoy when you are here in Polytechnic.
And
Thanks.
as a final sentences, I would like to say something. Please make a diet before coming in Italy, because after that you gain a lot of weight because of pizza, buonissimo, pasta, and you know, you can't imagine delicious food. Make a diet before coming in Italy. My suggestion.
Yeah, we like carbs a lot, so yeah.
And they are so delicious. They are so delicious food you can find here.
Well, so yeah, of course, I did mention that we can really experience a great food and taste great food here in Italy. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I think it's true also because we do have associations, student associations. I honestly, I'm always very astonished in front of students, the energy of the students, because studying here at Politecnico di Milano, and of course also doing research even more, is very hard and demanding. But students have the energy to offer, to create associations, to be part of this kind of take part to competitions, international competition, and so on. So I always congratulate with our students, and I definitely hope you will find also the opportunity to go on with your passion beyond studying at Politecnico di Milano. And having just a glance toward the end of your experience. So once you have finished the PhD here, and in fact throughout the career, well, we support the students thanks to the career service, which is an office inside of the university that's help orientate the students toward the job markets. They really give career guidance. They organize job fairs on campus. They train students for their interviews with the companies and so on. So these are all services offered to all level students, and the results are really good. So we focus here only on the PhD level, but you can also find info about the master level, for example. So 99% of employability rate within 1 year from graduation. So what happens? The career service sends out a survey after 1 year from graduation to all the PhD students graduated, and this is the result: 99% of employability rates. 42% of them were already had already a job before graduating, and 23% were employed within 1 month from graduation. As I was saying before, you can consider doing a PhD an opportunity to work at the university or at research institutes, and this is something that happens for 50% of almost 50% of our PhD students. But we opened the opportunity to work in the industries as well. So 42% are in the private sector, 9% in the public sector. So you see here there is a huge opportunity after studying at the PhD level at Politecnico di Milano. The additional possibility is to become an entrepreneur. So basically, if you have a strong idea, you want to submit it and to create your own startup, for example. Well, this is an opportunity given at Politecnico di Milano thanks to the Poly Hub, which is the innovation park, basically the startup accelerator, which is inside of our university. The professors who teach at the PhD level are also active in the Poly Hub. And again, here we repeat again that there is a very strong collaboration with the companies, Italian and international companies and institutions. So it's really up to the students because we try to give the opportunity to build the connections, to have the prestige as a university to open different doors to you. But then, of course, the efforts are on you. And we hope you will find the right solution for you at Politecnico di Milano. I conclude just giving you some information about the website you can find information on. And again, I will send it by email as up. This is the PhD office, which is responsive for any inquiry about the application procedures. You might contact the professors in case you have any doubts, and the students directly, because we do have this kind of project called Ask a Student, where you will find soon, let's say by the end of the week, you will find Mina, Lireza, and How, and several other students active for meeting you online. So you guys can just book an appointment, ask your questions, have a conversation with our current students, and again, find out if this is the right place for you. Of course, we are active on the social networks as well, definitely. So browse, find out, know more about us on LinkedIn, for example, and then feel free to contact us for any questions. Well, if there's any final word before we start answering to the students' questions, that's how Alireza or Mina you want to say, I leave the floor to you. And if not, we just go on with the questions.
I just want to add a very small point about the career service that you mentioned, because I think that it's very, very amazing as an experience if the students come here. And those are kind of the events that I think that you can see, like some people from the companies that you just see the companies on the billboard. So you can find a very, very important companies. You can make a connection with them, find a very good opportunities for, I don't know, internship for the job and so on. And if you really like to continue your career in the industry, you have to focus on this part. The career service is very important and very useful for the students, I think.
Thank you for sharing this. Yeah, we try to give our support to the students from the very beginning, like from today, I would say, until the end of their path at Politecnico di Milano. But again, I might say that this connection with Polimi never ends. So it's a continuous journey, because we have students who graduated already several years ago, but they're still connected with us. There is a huge alumni community, and they even organize events all around the world. So yeah, it's an effort we make, and I am glad it's appreciated and working.
Actually, I would like, yes, as a last sentences, I would like to say, PhD study in Politecnico is so intensive. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of beautiful things here to do. But I would like to mention, studying in Polytechnic, it is not difficult, but it is heavy. And if you decide to come here, please be serious to do everything at the steps of application before coming here. Prepare yourself for a beautiful journey. I love my position right now. I would like to say love, not like. I love my position and my choice. But Politecnico di Milano, choose the best one. Please be the best before coming here.
Thank you, Mina.
Okay.
Yeah, from my
Yeah, go
side,
ahead.
I guess I have many things to share, and due to time limitation, I guess I'll leave the time to Q&A questions. But yeah, like Chada said, we will be online available for any curiosities, I guess. So yeah, I guess we can move on to the Q&A session.
All right, then we'll do that. Thank you. And that's where I come back in. So we already received a lot of questions. I will go through them, so hopefully we can answer those. So first of all, well, maybe also, by the way, to mention, for the people that are live, we can answer your questions, of course, right away here. I also know that nowadays a lot of people watch the recording. You can still write your questions in the recording as well. We will be able to send them through to the staff of Politecnico di Milano. So if you're watching the recording, then you can do that, but also reach out to the contact details, of course, that we're showing on the screen, and you find more information on the website here as well. Okay, going on with the questions. Question, first of all, from Weixian. Where can we find the list of the topics, or how can we handle the topic with the professors?
Okay, today, so just in a few hours, the new call will be published. So you will find the information at this link. I'm going to share it with you, and my colleague just confirmed to me that very, very soon it will be like the call will be published with the list of topics. I'm just confused where I can. Sorry, where
You
I can
want to
publish
share the link
them.
maybe in the chat?
Yeah, chat. Yeah, sorry,
Just
I
put it
just
there, and then
I was lost in the screen. Yes, so this is this is where all the new list of topics and the application call will be published.
okay. And you can switch to English on the right top. I can see. Good.
Yeah, sorry, I just should do that.
No
I
problem.
just send the correct link. Thanks for that.
That's okay. Okay, wait, Xian already says thank you so much. So good. Well, thank you for your question. Next question from Muhammad. Why minimum requirements from Asian countries like Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh for the master education are not recognized directly from PolyMe?
Sorry, just didn't understand which.
From Muhammad.
Yeah, which. So there is you mentioned. I think you're mentioning the GPA requirements, maybe. Well, there are some country specific requirements that you will find in the list in the call, which are set by the professors and the academic board. But if you don't find that there, it's just doesn't. It means that there is no country specific requirements for the country where you studied. I hope I answered.
Yeah, maybe check out the follow comments from Muhammad. If that makes sense to you. I'm not familiar with the process.
Not recognized. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by not be recognized directly, but if you can just reach out to the international PhD at polyme.it email address, they definitely will clarify that for you.
Okay, thank you. Hope that they will take care of that, Mohammed, for you and others that are wondering about that. Next question from Himmel. Just wondering if you have any program on circularity in the textile and fashion industry.
Yeah. The design program we offer includes a lot of different topics. Now, at the moment, I'm not sure this is one of the topics covered in the or the fields covered in the new topics that will be available, but we do have this kind of area. And also, you might also send your spontaneous application even out of the general call. So in case you want to contact the professors and submit your idea proposal anyway, you can do that. Now, of course, it's a very a central application call which opens today, but you can also reach the professors directly and spontaneously, let's say, apply for another position.
Okay.
The difference is just to conclude, the difference is that for these kind of scholarships that we offer today, but generally there is this kind of calls and topics that we publish today, there is a scholarship usually linked to that, while if you apply on your own, you might not have a scholarship for this kind of opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Next question from Sanjargai, if I say that right, or Sanjargarlo. If I complete my MSc in English, do I still need to provide proof of English for the language proficiency? So if they completed the master already in English. Chiara?
I think that she has lost the connection.
Is hung up. Yeah, she's not moving. It seems. Or,
probably I can add some extracts from my point of view. And if we
Yeah.
go back to the last question about the degree recognition, probably I can help a little bit here, because in my recollection, I heard about this, because it's not about the precision application for PolyMe. Actually, it's about the visa application process, because I'm originally from China. Even though I did my degree in UK, I got this English certificate. The Italian, I would say, consulate in China, they still ask me for this sort of certification or another documentation for this validation about my degree. But in the end, I got approved because my degree is from the UK. But yeah, I guess this is the question they are asking about this validation about their degree. How to recognize? But it's,
I'm back. Thank you, Hao, for I can confirm that basically from sorry for the connection problem.
But I guess this is for the next step. It's not for the PhD.
Yeah, for
application
Politecnico di
for
Milano,
no,
we do accept the English certificate. Like if you studied in an English speaking country like UK, US, or if you obtain your degree in English, we do accept it. You don't need any certificate. Of course, for visa application, you will need to check the requirements set by the diplomatic representatives, but it's not a requirement from the university.
Okay. I think that also takes care of the question from Min Hein, about uploading a document stating that the master is fully taught in English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Mohammed is asking, can you tell me in one sentence what is the main criteria for selecting a PhD? For selection, in the PhD studies, is it a CGPR or a thesis or an abstract research proposal?
From the university point of view, well, of course, it depends on the commission. So it depends on the program. So, for example, if you talk about design, definitely they will revise your portfolio. So it depends. But yeah, generally the abstract is an important element. But yeah, I think maybe Meinaires and how you might say from your perspective how it works.
Actually, it is a package. You couldn't say which one is important of the others. It is a package, and by regularity criteria, you can read all of this package, and each of these elements you mentioned it has a value, and respect of that, you gain a minimum value for going to the next level. But I would like to say, my experience, if you are sure you are overqualified, you couldn't have this possibility to coming here and study, or minimum requirements, you have it, but overqualified, it means you are currently prepared for this field of study and you don't need it for doing PhD. Pay attention about your prepared document.
Yeah, it's always a good suggestion.
Thank you for that. Anything to add?
Yeah, I also want to mention that it's like a score between from 100. So you have different scores from different aspects, like your CV, your proposal, or whatever. But you can see again in the band or in the call that each of these aspects has how much score from the final one, and then you can provide it, and the final ranking would be by the order of these scores that you have?
Okay.
Yes, in general, they have different weights. Like, for example, to my understanding, the research proposal is the most important one because it accounts for 40% of the final score. So yeah, they have different scores. So
Yeah.
it's not easy to say which one is the most important one, but yeah, they have different weights.
Okay. Thank you. Still many questions coming in. I will take out the ones, I'll try to group together a bit if possible. And if there are really personal questions, maybe we have to come back to you later. But we'll try to get them answered. So the deadlines, Gabriel is asking for the application because the website seems to say deadline is July 1st.
Yeah, that's the old call. As I was saying before, like today, the new call will be open, and the last date is going to be the 13th of September. So you can apply from 30th of July, which is today, until 13th of September. And again, by the end of the day, you will find the information online.
Okay. Hope that took care of that. Sanjargal asks also, is there an age limit for applying?
No, there's no age limit.
Okay, that was easy. And anything you can say about the acceptance rate?
Honestly, don't have this information. I might, yeah, you can reach out and we'll inform you about that. But at the moment, I don't know.
Okay. So also, how feasible is it to manage a PhD while working? Is it acceptable?
Well, I think that, well, it depends what you mean, because doing a PhD is usually considered work. So
Right.
it's a job position. So if you think about combining this job position with another working experience, it might be hard, but it's possible. It's legal and it's doable. I think you will need more years to complete your PhD in case you decide to work parallel to that. For non-European students anyway, please check with the requirements from the embassy and the stay permit requirements, because there might be some room.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Next question from Patrick. Is it possible to apply for more than one PhD program? I think Chiara is again frozen, so to say. But I see Mina, you're nodding yes, I believe. So you might know it.
Yes, actually, you can apply for different PhD at the same time, but not all of the PhD, because you are going to commission. And if you are participating, okay, 10 PhD call, it means, okay, I just want to apply. No, please choose according to your background, what you want, in respect of your talent or what you have on your hand, and apply for the PhD, but you can do it.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you. We're getting the thumbs up, so that's good. Next question. So Jose is saying, I'm finished my master's degree in September. Is it possible to apply? I think
yeah, the program will start in November. So yeah, you can apply until the 13th of September.
Okay. Rodrigo, about contacting the professors and advisors, do they need to do that before the application?
No, there's no need to do that. Like, I mean, it's not compulsory, but read the call, because each application, like each application call has specific rules and suggestions and advices. So just read the one you're interested in and follow the procedure as requested.
Yeah. Okay. Question from Janal. My bachelor degree is 5 years and my master is 1.5 years. Does that allow me to continue the PhD program?
Yeah.
And also, is it structured PhD or a research program?
Okay, yes, you can. You are allowed to apply. It's okay. It depends again on which one you apply for. but it involves some classes, mainly if I'm wrong, of course, guys, just correct me. But in general, it has some classes, but your focus is on the research. So I'm not sure if you consider like structured as like you have classes every day or like a master style PhD, but in that case, no. It's basically it has different structures in the different years, but it's focused on research. I hope I answered.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, I would add that I can say that it could be like a semi-structured. So you have to do your own research program within your lab or within your with your professor and so on. But of course, there are some milestones that you have to consider. There are some courses that you have to pass, and in each milestone, which are like it differs between the departments. But maybe every 6 months or every year, you have some milestones that you have to prepare a report. I don't know, your research proposal, the first draft of the thesis, and so on. So I would say that it's a kind of a structure, but you are free to follow your research.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Larissa. Question from Saint Jargal: is your scholarship sufficient to cover the expenses? Because I expect Milan to be very expensive.
Okay, the poorest people in the world is actually PhD students. Every place, the poorest place, actually people, it's PhD students. I would like to say, okay, but depends on your lifestyle. If you are wanted to living like George Clooney, no, it is not possible. But if you manage and as a PhD student, yes, it can cover all of your expenses. Expensive.
And imagine that PhD is not the abbreviation of Doctor of Philosophy. It is the abbreviation of paid, half you deserve.
Yes.
So,
but I might add that that's basically the salary of an employee of Politecnico di Milano. So we survive, we really live a normal life here. So of course Milan is expensive, as it is expensive. Like I think all European cities are really expensive in terms of rent. But the lifestyle really impact on our affordability to live here. Normally, students or PhD students have the opportunity to live a normal life and not struggle to pay the rent and the other expenses. So this is what we can say. Then, of course, it depends on your personal lifestyle and experience in Milan.
Okay, thank you. For Mohamed, the selection criteria were not clear because he's between, you can be overqualified or underqualified, and he has 20 years of education and a master. So I don't know if you want to say something about the selection criteria.
Can I add something? Because yes, I think it's happened by my explanation, overqualified. Mohamed, I wanted to ask you by yourself, why do you want to do PhD? Because when I hear using overqualified, it means, okay, you just prepare what we are doing right now, and why you have to do this journey for arrive at that point you are here. It just means overqualified. And even you are not at the requirement, minimum qualified, why? Okay, we have to choose you. It is very good position. You can decide why do you want to do PhD. Because PhD for somebody's are just degrees, but for Politecnico di Milano, it is not degrees, it is research. And why you are a good candidate for choosing as a researcher here. Actually, I, as a senior consultant in EY, you can say to me, you are qualified. Even I wanted to apply 3 times by Politecnico di Milano for started my PhD project manager. They didn't choose me because I was qualified. But by AI in construction side, I had some experience, but I'm not really perfect. But I have it over minimum. Okay, I'm not a very good student. No, I passed the minimum score, and they choose, and they did an interview with me to choose me as a PhD student. Okay, just going and to understood why do you want to do PhD? PhD is not that degree. It is research for Politecnico di Milano. For that reason, I'm going for period of abroad in Canada, and there is a going to the London, and we are going to search what we are doing here, contribute with the other university. It is PhD for by the meaning of PhD for Politecnico di Milano.
Okay. All right. I think Mohammed's writing things, but to answer that, but yeah, to maybe take the advice and that was given in this session, also try for applying again according to the selection criteria that were given. I don't know if there's anything else to say about that. I guess that's it. Then we go on to the next question. Elorm, do you do an accelerated PhD, which does a master and then continue to a PhD? And if so, how many years?
As like PhD and master and then continue to PhD, you mean bachelor, maybe accelerated PhD? I'm not sure what you.
Can you explain that a little bit, Elorm, what you mean?
Yeah.
Whilst you do that,
Yeah.
I just want to still mention to everybody to please fill out the polls that I've been submitting. I see a lot of you have done it, but yes, for also to know when you're looking to apply, if you're looking to do so, let us know your feedback. We still have a couple of minutes left for questions.
And then I see that there are some combined masters and PhD. You mean? Well, we do not have. Sorry, Alorm, I read your answer. We don't have that kind of system here. You do a master and then you apply for a PhD. So it's not a combination. But sometimes, basically, before finishing your master, you already you are already admitted to the PhD. Let's say so.
Okay, that is answering that question. There was one question that was actually not answered. There was the first one, which I like to come back to. That was a question from Patrick to me now, because you were explaining some of your experience. Was it difficult to leave your career and join a full-time PhD? So maybe some people are in the same position and wondering what to do. How was that in your case?
Actually, I choose to be PhD students, and the difficult part, because I earn a lot at UI, the difficult part was money. But I understood if I gain more experience from Politecnico, I had a plan for coming and doing this researcher, for being a combination of what I'm learning and gain from here to the industry. I know the industry according to my experience. It wasn't difficult because I choose it with open eyes, and I know what I'm doing, and it's correct for bringing better situation if I wanted to go into the industry, for me, better position also at EY. And they invited me after this PhD for going to and more better position. Invited me before the PhD, and they support me for doing this PhD. And it wasn't difficult because I choose it, but the worst part for everyone is money, because the wage is different, and it's acceptable, but I'm investing on my time and on myself and my knowledge.
And yeah, and then you have to aim to the future, as I was saying before. The opportunity here are several, and having a PhD opens you some new doors, and also the salary, average monthly salary here is better than the scholarships you're getting at the moment. So we hope it encourages students also to apply.
Okay, well, I think that rounds off a very nice sentence for this session, and hopefully it's been very useful to all of you. well, if you joined late, first of all, you can still watch back at any time. Of course, we'll be sending the recording to all of you. Also, you can actually stay online because it will restart within minutes. So if you missed it, you can do that. I'm going to share a link on the screen that was given by Chiara just to make sure that is not missed. So that is the link to the calls and regulations. So if I'm
which will be updated
correct, later
today.
today it will be updated. So you have it,
Yes.
bookmark it, or however you want to organize yourself, but check it out later today. And then the application call is open, I understand.
Yeah.
Good. I'm already getting thank yous. That's great to see. I would like to thank everybody as well. First of all, Chiara, thank you very much for your time and your great explanations as always. As we have several webinars with Politecnico di Milano, this is about the PhD, but we also have done several masters and other programs, just for you to know. But also the students. Thank you, Mina.
Thank you.
Alireza, and how
you.
for your dedicated time and your your experiences, because that is of course very valuable to the audience. So thank you very much.
Thank you
And
for all of your efforts.
And maybe last word over to you, Chiara, before I finish with another last poll.
Yeah, well, I really hope this was helpful for the audience. I appreciate your time, and I want to thank Mina, Alireza, and Hao for being with me today. We will be here for you. We hope you apply to Politecnico di Milano. And anyway, it was great to share this webinar with you. Have a great day, night, or afternoon, wherever you are, and hope to see you in Milan soon.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.